to the PC efforts of all of the players over the last 48 hours, because these two are averaging 100 for the day. And not only are we looking for the first ranking title of the year for these two, but there are other complexities too. With Gary Anderson, if he gets 8 180s in this final, he will set a new daily record for maximums in a Players' Championship day. But it's over 3 years since this guy won a ranking title.
Bullseye.
For Ratajski, it's almost 18 months, Mark.
Yeah, it is. Ratajski been on an almighty run here, hasn't he? Beating Chisnell, average 107.8, then beat Brendan Dolan in a last leg deciding. He did 2 ton-plus finishes in the last 2 legs, and then brushed aside Ricardo Pietraszko's goal. 109.74 average for him.
Game on.
But Anderson has been good all day as well. This is I think these two worthy of being in the final today.
Very easy for us to say that, but the way that they have controlled themselves throughout the day and utilised their brilliant skill at the right times, it's tremendous to see Ratajski playing so well again. And it's also great to have such a legendary player like Gary playing at such a consistently brilliant level, not just today, but this season.
Yeah, he's on the way back, isn't he, Anderson? Ratajski, I think I saw more emotion from him in that semi-final than I've seen in him for the last few years. He was so pumped up when he won it. And he got to the semis yesterday, so you'd have to argue it's been a really good weekend for him.
Yeah, he's guaranteed himself £12,000 in ranking money, and that's exactly what you get if you win this title.
180.
There's 1, 7 to go. We will keep count. The record is held by Dave Chisnell and Dirk van Dijvenbode with 35.
93.
But he doesn't care about those records. All he wants is another title.
Yeah, treble would leave him the bull. Doesn't need to do it, so he'll leave double 16. And Anderson on a possible 13 dart leg to kick proceedings off here. Ratajski
100.
Finding his throw at the moment. So Anderson then double 16 for a hold.
Game shot.
And that's what he gets, a 13 dart hold, a throw to kick things off.
Started with an 11 darter against Price in the semi-finals on double 16. I think he might be finding a new friend in the bottom left corner of the board.
Well, judging by the way that Ratajski hammered the treble 19 in his semi-final, that might be his friend as well. But he's in the red bit at the top end of the board. Like another one to go with it.
140.
And does. It's been a good day of darts today. There's been some cracking games.
60.
We've seen Dave Chisnell average 117 today. I think he's going to leave Hildesheim thinking, how on earth didn't I win a title? But he's not here. These guys are. And we did see a 350 and 6 today as well from Gian van Veen to win a match. Extraordinary stuff against Josh Rock. 180, 170 out to win 6-5. That does not happen very often.
It doesn't. 125. 75 remaining.
He's not going to go bull, you know, because the lie was too good to hit the bull again. That was almost wizardry from Ratajski, because everybody on planet Earth, apart from maybe Krzysztof, would have gone, oh, I'll have another 25 and a bull because it's fancy. But no. Anderson on 210, he said, I'm going to do it my way, the right way.
Game 13 dart, return of serve. That was right in the middle, wasn't it? Brilliant. 1-1. And the signs are that this final is going to be of a very high standard indeed.
57.
Van Gerwen, yesterday winning, showed that the cream can rise to the top. The legends can still win amongst all of the unpredictability of PDC darts right now. A win today for Gary, it would be his 25th Players' Championship win, on top of 6 UK Open qualifiers and an Irish Masters. That's not including the 1 European Tour event he's got. Yes, 1. He might even add to that when he goes to Leeuwarden at the end of next month. Ratajski's got the same amount of European Tour wins as Gary.
Hasn't got as many 180s as Gary, though, has he? That's 3 now in the final. We might be looking at a record in the making here.
I think he's going to smash it, you know. He's got more 180s today than anybody else by an absolute mile.
54.
Well, he needs 84 here for an 11-dart finish. Won't quite get it in 11. But he's way in front.
44.
And in no rush. So time to set up the tops finish.
When you consider what they've done today, this had the potential of being the game of the weekend.
43.
Tops for Ando. Lovely marker.
Game shot.
Absolutely perfect. Just a little glance off that one. In for the 14-darter. And a 2-1 lead. Before this final, Ratajski was averaging 100.5 for the day. Anderson 100.1. Less than half a point between them in 12 matches played.
Here we go again.
140.
Almost shock in Hildesheim that the third one didn't go in.
They had their highest finishes of the day in the semi-finals as well. You called in that 170 for Ratajski. You can't get any better than that.
96.
And a 141 from Anderson against Price, which was pivotal.
Was
100.
Steady Ton has just got Ratajski potentially on the back foot here. Needs trebles. Gets 1.
98.
Only 1. And maybe realising that there is a chance here for Anderson to step in. And Anderson is stepping in.
140.
Gets down to another finish.
You'd love a 171 here. But the destiny of this leg is not in his hands. Doesn't matter what he does with dart 3. It's really good. 96 from there. But Anderson could close him out with a 121, possibly on the bull. It's going to be double 14 though.
93.
Oh, and it moved.
Clip the wire, Ratajski. All the ones, and he's in the red bit as well. Hill 2. We'll be looking now at double 16 for another 3-dart. Check out, and again, it's right in the middle. A leg that Ratajski looked like losing. He takes out 1-1-1, and we're all level again at 2-2.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? You've got to give yourself something gettable if your opponent misses their chance. 111 is very, very gettable because it's single, it's treble, it's double. If you're leaving yourself 2 treble combinations to win a leg, it's much more difficult. But if you can get below 130, you've got a fighting chance.
57.
They've only played each other once, these two. When you think about how long they've been around, Gary's been playing top-level darts for 25 years. Ratajski's been around for a very long time as well.
59.
They played each other once. And it was a brilliant game as well. They both averaged over 100, and Ratajski won it.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment, isn't he? The Polish Eagle. Just looking back, when you consider he had those 2 ton-plus finishes against Brendan Dolan, in the last 11 legs he's won, he's had 5 ton-plus checkouts.
That's what his game's all about. He had 10 maximums coming into this final to Gary's 28. So he's not a big maximum hitter. But you get him to the end of the leg, he's lethal.
140.
And when that double 16's working, don't give him a shot at it.
Well, Anderson is going to get another look. This time at 1-2-1. Would only be for a holder throw, and Ratajski here.
95.
Well, he's not happy with 95, but it's left him on a potential 2-dart finish. Anderson needs 17s, doesn't get them, so a chance for a breaker throw here for Krzysztof Ratajski.
He might have to rely on tops this time, but he's gone for the aggressive double 4 leave.
68.
So Anderson back for double 12 and a holder throw.
Game shot.
He gets it. Breathe a bit of a sigh of relief there. You can see from his reaction, he's happy to get that one under his belt. We remain on throw.
You know how cheesed off Ratajski was about 2022?
85.
Not winning. it was a very strange feeling for him, because if you think about his journey over the last few years,
140.
he was on the Challenge Tour. He won on the Pro Tour whilst still on the Challenge Tour. In fact, he won everything backwards. I love talking about this because it makes no sense. He won a major first in the World Masters. Then he won on the PDC Pro Tour at Players' Championship level. Then he won on the Challenge Tour next. He did everything the wrong way around.
91.
But if you think about his career as a whole, he didn't win in 2022, but he'd won every single year in the circuits that he'd been on since 2015.
60.
He won a WDF event in 2016, then he won the World Masters in 2017, and then he's been a PDC player ever since.
Well, he's lost the darts here, and Anderson, he couldn't get to the red bit, could he? Might have been better switching there, Gary. So Ratajski will breathe a sigh of relief, but he's running for cover here. And can't find it. Oh, that's a poor visit. So just a little bit of a lull for the first time in this final. But Anderson says, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the big numbers again.
40.
And he's down to 89. And a potential break of throwing coming.
You wonder what the engine's like for these players. It's been
97.
a bruising couple of days. Anderson might need the bull. And he gets the bull for a 4-2 lead. You can see what it means to him, that big tap of the right thigh. You don't get much from Anderson in these games, but he's just showing you how much he wants this. That is very encouraging for Gary Anderson fans and himself.
It is. And what a way to start the seventh leg.
140.
Ooh, another maximum went begging there.
One thing Ratajski has is experience of winning a Players' Championship in this building. He's one of only 3 players that have done that. MVG yesterday, Brendan Dolan and Ratajski when they were here in 2019. In that final, he won 8-7 against Dimitri van den Berg. It wasn't a brilliant final, but he will want to recall that experience and see if he can get out of the jam again. And there's a 180 for Ratajski.
Yeah, he's only a breakdown, isn't he? And he's taking the darts here off Anderson. But Anderson
100.
will be first to get a look at a finish. But can Ratajski leave this maybe a 1 or 2 dart finish? Oh, he needs a treble. And he gets one. Good last start.
Really wants this. Really wants it. Gets it! What a shot from the Flying Scotsman! That is seismic here in Hildesheim.
Back-to-back bull finishes for Gary Anderson. Ratajski delivered the big fish in the semi-final, but it's Anderson in the final who's got it. He's opened up a 3-leg lead here.
100.
And Ratajski now is under big pressure. That was brilliant from Anderson.
Did you see how measured he was just before that first dart? It was as if to say, I'm going to put this right in the top of that 60 because that second dart doesn't have a choice. It's joining it. I think a lot of darts fans who are watching this live
100.
have been watching Gary for a very long time. And maybe they haven't seen him this driven for some time. And I have to say this because I've been thinking about it for weeks. Not being in the Premier League suits
134.
Yeah. There's a lot of travelling that goes with that, a lot of responsibility that goes with it. Well, he's here fully focused.
95.
Now Ratajski doesn't need to go for the big one.
But we want him to hit it.
Come on. Oh, unlucky.
That would have been the ultimate touche shot.
It would, but it's a great layup, isn't it? And Anderson now will probably expect Ratajski to hit this double 18.
64.
If you're going to miss it just outside on the low side.
Game shot.
That's even better.
He's only hit 3 doubles in this final so far, Ratajski. They've all been in the middle, haven't they? It's been a decent match so far. But Anderson, despite that 170 heroic finish, he's still only one break in front. And Ratajski, if we know anything about him, he'll just keep throwing, he'll keep playing his own game. In
a funny sort of way, that'll be good for Gary because it'll just keep him focused.
130.
I know he's a great front runner, and he showed that in the semi-finals against Price. But sometimes you need to be reminded by your opponent just how dangerous they are. And Ratajski is someone who you can't get rid of. 106 average for Anderson just before this leg began tells you a very affluent story.
Yeah. Was runner-up in Players' Championship 5, wasn't he? Gary Anderson when he lost 8-6 to Ross Smith. Want to go one better than that here today.
96.
Yeah, lost to Ross Smith that day, and his last title win was against Jeff Smith.
Is this just the 170th on this?
We're going to see another one, aren't we?
Well, he might have to go for it this time.
Well, Gary's not going to score 73.
97.
Get something a little bit more fruitful. But Ratajski might get this if he gets the first start in the lower half of the 60. Misses out. And if Anderson likes double 16 these days, he's probably better off going for the 19s here, but he probably won't do it.
No, but that's a good lead from Ratajski. And this would be for a breaker throw. And Anderson,
100.
Well, he's left a 2-dart finish. We might not get a look at it. Ratajski, these are big moments in this final for the pole. And that's a great first start. Double 8 incoming. And again, he gets it. And again, we see a flicker of emotion from Krzysztof Ratajski, who now will be throwing at the start of the 10th leg to level up at 5-5.
Sometimes players like Ian White and Krzysztof Ratajski
101.
do not get the kind of credit they deserve for just how good they are. Because they're not known as red carpet, flashy dart players. They just get up there and do it. But you can't ignore the fact that Ratajski for the last 5 years has been incredible. But after his worst PDC season to date, he's fixed it. He's figured it out. He's on the comeback trail towards a title. And even if he doesn't win today, he is definitely trending in the right direction.
Well, semi-final and a final at the very least for him this weekend. He's got to be careful here.
140.
Oh, that's a lovely last dart. Just keeps him in front. Having broken, he does not want to be broken straight back.
Is it a 180? It's another one. Choking it up. That's number 4. He's halfway to the record. It's meaningless. But it gives us something to talk about.
45.
He'd rather have the 1-2-1 than any more 180s in the final. Ratajski doesn't even leave a finish.
That was an error, wasn't it, from Ratajski? He should have gone downstairs. And that means that Anderson 89. Didn't need to go for the bull, but Ratajski will be ruined. The fact there, had he changed, he would have had a shot at 170. So the break might be 59. Broken straight back.
Game shot.
So good on that 32 bed now. He's always been good at every double, but the fact that he's a bit more flexible with his leaves now make him possibly a more potent threat. And look at the smile, he's enjoying it.
Both players just having a refreshment, a slight pause in proceedings.
40.
And Anderson, only 40, so the door ajar for Ratajski.
I know Gary's never beaten Krzysztof in their one meeting, which is a bit of a joke. But I think Krzysztof is a good opponent for Gary, because he does nothing. He says nothing. He's a pure player. He's the kind of person that Gary likes to play. Whenever he's up against someone who likes to give it some, or someone who is a bit grunty, he's got to just hold himself in check a little bit. He's not going to have anything like that to worry about with Krzysztof.
No, the only thing he's got to worry about with Ratajski is his darts. And at the moment, Ratajski's looking now to make it 3 successive breaks in this final. He's in front. What can he do here? Needs a treble. Doesn't 59. Get one. Not the end of the world, but it Could mean Anderson gets first chance. Oh, that's beautiful. That's 2 darts.
Oh, look, it's another 170 leave. It's as if they're going for a record of that. I promise you they're not. It's just good play.
100.
He wanted more. He wanted to leave 67. He can't do it again. Not this time.
Now it's all about leaving it handy, isn't it? And that's
60.
Not great. 107 Ratajski then. Just on the top wire. Will come south. Gets the treble. Getting a dart here. Can't get double 18. Will that be costly? Will Anderson step in for hold of throw?
That little pause that he had before the 170 was just like that. Doesn't work this time.
58.
And Ratajski's got a decision to make. Decision made. Got to go above that one. That's really awkward. He's going really high.
No score.
Ran out of room.
Well, you were asking would he split? He didn't. And that might have done his chances here as Anderson, 12 for tops, to go within 1 of victory.
Game shot.
And he does go within 1 of victory. Ratajski missed right at the vital time. And Anderson steps in and is now 3 legs clear.
140.
He's been a brilliant closer over the years. Now he's going to get multiple chances.
100.
How many times do we see it that someone of the experience and the brilliance of a 2-time world champion, their ability to just get the job done when they have their first chance? That's exactly what Gary wants now. Is it going to be another 8-4 final?
39.
It would be the 4th this year in Players' Championships and the 3rd in a row.
I think Ratajski might be about to spoil that little trend.
98.
Not the first time in this final he's gone into treble 7. Leaves him on a bogey number.
Players of Gary's ilk, you know,
81.
he grew up on the fact that you get a bonus break of throw and all you have to do is serve it out. Make sure you get the 1 break and then you make sure you're not broken.
78.
That's what he's thinking right now. I've got the breaks I need. It's okay. This is just a bonus opportunity. I'll get it done when I throw first next time.
140.
Well, he's left to finish. So Ratajski, 85. Might get 1. Oh, that's a nice dart. That's a very nice dart. That is a lovely combination finish from Ratajski. Wasn't worrying about the bullseye. It was a gamble. If he missed, then Anderson would have had a shot. But Anderson is worried about his own throw. It's another maximum.
I make that 33 for the day. It is an elite effort on that treble 20 bed.
60.
And that 180 right there has caused Krzysztof a massive headache. Hold on. Oh, he's got another one. He doesn't want the record, I assure you, because he wants to finish the whole day with a 9-darter.
Surely not. Hildesheim has been a hotbed of 9-dart finishes this week. Won't get one here, but we've had plenty of laugh from Gary Anderson. It's a laugh of someone that's 240-odd points in front in the final, needing 1 leg for victory.
121.
But he leaves it handy enough. It might not be the 9, but it might be 10.
He's had 8 treble 20s in this leg.
42.
And a single 1. He's hit 2 segments to leave a match dart. Oh, and he's got too many, but he's got 10 on his side.
Yeah, well, Krzysztof Ratajski had given up, and then his eyes lit up, and then he realised, oh, I'm 340 points away. Just for a moment, his heart flickered. Anderson surely won't miss again. Double 5. That's a lovely marker. But Gary Anderson does miss again.
He hasn't closed it out in clinical style.
100.
The matter is, he's got more chances coming up. Gary Anderson is back
Gary Anderson
in the winner's circle. It's been over 3 years since he's won a ranked event. He's worked really hard for it at the start of 2023. He averaged just short of 100 in the end, and that 170 checkout was just delightful. But 50% on the doubles and almost 50% for Ratajski gave us a 13-leg thriller here at the end of Players' Championship 8. It has been fantastic. But I'm going to leave you with one more statement before Dan Dawson talks to Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson is back.
We're talking into that one there.
Which one? That one?
That one there.
That one?
That one, Gary. You can see well enough to go and win your first PDC title for 3 years. What's the winning feeling like?
I don't know. I'm playing well. Like I said, we had this conversation a while ago and I told you I wasn't practising, which I wasn't, but now I'm practising. And it's going all right. Last Saturday, I'm struggling with the long days, I must admit. You know, I'm used to, me and Ryan can rattle off 7 to 8 legs, 2.5 hours. This is 10 in the morning till whatever time it is now.
You made that final against Ross Smith just a week or so ago, and you said afterwards that, fatigue, it was just too long a day, I wasn't quite able to sustain it. Have you learnt from that in the space of a week?
Yeah, I was in bed at 9 o'clock, but I'm still bloody knackered. I'm absolutely knackered, you know. No, what I tell you what, I must admit, I've read a wee tweet from Nicholson saying I'm one of the world's worst losers. I'm going to have a wee chat with him when I get him on the corner, because there's losing and there's being done over. So which one's been a bad loser? Is it the Gary getting beat, hands up, you played well, boy, or is it the boy that's effing and blinding in your ear? So I've had that in my head today, and I'm kind of, I'm gunning for him. I'm gunning for him. Just as well you went Paul, because I would have had you by now.
Seeing that conversation later. However, you're not a loser today. You're a winner, Gary, and it's the first time in quite a long while. At the start of this year, you had a choice, didn't you? You had a choice.
No, you had a choice. You wrote me off.
Well,
I'm just here to give you a sore head and piss you off.
Well, which
I'm doing quite well, to be honest.
You had a choice, and it was knuckle down, go to Euro Tour qualifiers. You're going on the Euro Tour again. That's years since you've been on the Euro Tour.
But who's daft? At one stage of my life, I was going to need them, and I've got them. So who's the stupid boy?
No. It'd be a delight to have you back on the Euro Tour.
I'm going to play. I've said that when I was in the Premier League and that, I wasn't travelling. I wasn't going away 5-6 days a week. You know, I've got young kids and that. I missed them, my last kids, because I was away all the time, but this time I ain't doing it. So now I've got the week at home, do the tours and back home.
Looking forward to be back on the Euro Tour?
I've enjoyed this weekend. I've actually enjoyed it. I thought it'd be 2 flights and an hour taxi, but it's been good. I'm here with young Jamie Clark and Whitey, so went out last night. Something to eat, bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah, good.
And as you've said before, if you practice, if you put the hours in, good things happen. You've been putting the hours in with Ryan Searle, haven't you, on a regular basis?
Yeah. I told you I wasn't before. Nobody would believe you, but now I'm practicing.
Well,
so here we go.
To be fair,
it's a toss-up, isn't it?
Ryan Searle has already won one of these titles this year.
He could have won about 3.
Oh yeah, he could have done.
He could have won about 3.
Finals.
Yeah.
He's been saying all the way through this year, I've been playing with Gary. He's playing incredibly. He's going to win one of these. First thing he did, about the quarter-final, semi-final time, message comes through. I told you so. I'm surprised it took this long. Are you surprised?
No, honestly, I'm just playing darts. You know, I'm actually enjoying it. It's been hard. It's been something that I've not wanted to. I don't want to come and play darts. That was the last 3 years. I don't want to play darts. I don't want to be here. Rachel's chucked these out of the house, make me play darts. Ryan's pulled me in, so yeah, I'm playing darts again, and I'm enjoying it. You know, I usually come here and I've got a face like Fizz because I've had 2 flights and a taxi. Same again on Wednesday when I go home. But no, I've enjoyed it. We've had a good laugh.
Big time European darts is fun, isn't it? It's great.
I don't know, it's been long.
Yeah, it's great.
This is a PC. This is a Players' Championships. It's not European, but no, it's getting there. It is getting there.
What are the goals then this year? Because what you've done on the Pro Tour is pushing you back into the match play places and stuff like that, because you're going to have to really graft on the Pro Tour to get into a lot of these TV tournaments now.
If I don't do it, I don't do it. I ain't going to lose sleep over it. I'm telling you that now. I'm just here to play darts. What to do, you know. Like you say, Paul says I'm a bad loser. Yeah, well, we'll see.
What do you want to achieve this year? You've still got things you want to tick off. You want to win Grand Slam.
I'd like the Grand Slam. That's about it. But you know what? I've spent 29 years of my life out of a suitcase. I like being at home. So, you know, for me to come here, play darts, it's a step forward.
Well, there's a life in the old dog yet, Gary, isn't there? As proven today.
It's giving a lot of folk headaches, isn't it?
I
like that. I like that.
He does like it, and he likes winning, and he's a magnificent winner.